the best thing to happen to professional wrestling since cable television. Roll it.
And Sable now with boots to the midsection of Tori.
Let's see the grind again, baby. Look at this.
Oh,
Man!
well, Sable now. Sable bomb time.
Wrestling Federation Women's Champion, Sable!
She is the WWF Women's Wrestling Champion, and she's currently gracing the pages of this month's Playboy magazine. Please welcome the beautiful Sable.
I feel right at home here.
You feel at home in the ring?
Thank you.
Of all the crazy things to want to be when you grow up, when did you decide you wanted to be a wrestler?
I never actually decided I wanted to be one. It kind of happened just by getting involved in the business. I was a model. I was hired by the World Wrestling Federation to become an escort.
What's that, an escort?
An escort is like an arm piece.
Oh.
The guys take to the ring to kind of distract the other opponent. But
Is that why they bring those girls that look so great?
I think that's why. But once I realized how much the wrestlers were making and how much I was making, I decided this is not where I wanted to be. So I decided to put on my wrestling boots and get involved. I've always been very competitive.
So wrestling was just like...
It was a very easy transition for me to make. So I take kickboxing, and I enjoy all type of activities such as rollerblading and anything physical. Kickboxing is really.
Yeah.
You like rollerblading?
Well, everybody knows that wrestling is fake, but how do you... I mean, it is. How do you make it look real?
Well, wrestling is 50% entertainment and 50% athleticism. So a lot of people perceive it to be fake, but anytime that you are picked up above someone's head and thrown on the mat, that's not fake.
See, when I was watching the Super Bowl this year, I had this vision. Well, I saw that, like, football is fixed, but wrestling isn't.
Did you see our commercial, the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and I went, yeah, you know that football is fixed because when like the commercial is the best part of the show, then you know you're getting played, right? But at least wrestling, they do pick people up over their head and throw them down.
At least we are coming out to say that wrestling is entertainment.
Right.
And we have the highest rated show on cable television. We sell out every single show that we do. The revenue that wrestling generates is just unbelievable. And
how's it changed since I was a little girl? Because, I mean, like my grandmother and me used to watch it, and it was like Killer and Crusher Kowalski, the brothers.
And they're still with us.
They're still with us?
Yeah, they actually are. They are agents now, and they have wrestling schools. It's I would compare it to stuntman school.
Right.
But I think the biggest change in wrestling now is it's become more commercialized. It's become more entertainment. It's glamorous. It's Hollywood now. There's pyro. There's glitz. There's the beautiful woman.
Yeah, it's much more sexualized, isn't it?
Oh,
Isn't that what's
without a
new?
doubt. Yeah, but I think every show on television now
Right.
is. So you have to be able to compete with these other shows, and not only are we competing with them, but we're blowing them away.
Now, I used to watch that Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Remember Glow?
Yes, sure I do.
And that was like the precursor kind of a view, isn't it?
Right. And some of those women are actually wrestling with us again. The women's division has just started back within the last 6 months, and it's really taken off.
And there were a lot of odd archetypes. I mean, it was good. There was a pretty good mix. What would you say? You're like the Pamela Anderson wrestler. Right? Is that what you'd say?
I like that company, sure.
Because that's what you remind me
said
of,
it,
the
not
Pamela
me.
Anderson wrestler. Which
Yeah,
is cool because, that movie she made where she was like kicking butt, that was pretty good.
Right. I think there's a place in our sport for everyone. You have your big women,
Right.
you have your not so attractive women, you have your beautiful women, you have your very athletic women, you have your, just so
I
many
remember
different-
that great big, huge woman, Mount Fuji.
Big Bertha, Mount, yeah, right.
Those are awesome.
I remember watching that show. And some of those women are with us again today in the new women's division. So it's really nice that women now have a more prominent role in the business again, and we're not just there to be viewed upon or the victim of the men.
But what about like the fact that some critics say, that there's like a lot of children that come to wrestling, and then if you like have half-dressed women in this highly sexualized arena, you have kids, right?
Yes, I have a daughter, and my point of view on that is that when you become a parent, it is your responsibility to monitor what your children watch. And if you do not think this is proper viewing for them, then you need to change the channel or not take them to our show. But on the other hand, we also offer a show that comes on Saturday and Sunday morning that is geared more towards the younger audience.
So, because you wouldn't let your daughter go, right? You said that.
As a parent, no. I just choose for my daughter not to see, the type of activity that goes on in wrestling because she is young and she has a bedtime and she's in bed by the time our show comes on. But I think it's up to the parent. I think it's their responsibility when they become a parent to monitor what their children watch.
Now, your real name is not Sable, it's Reena.
Yes.
So I want you to, in a minute, tell us the difference between Sable and Reena.
Okay.
But as a mom, I want to ask you again, do you get mad when you look out and you like see all these little kids and you feel they shouldn't be there or what?
I do, but I have to separate myself from that because these are our fans and they come to watch our show, and if that parent feels that it's okay for their children to be there, then that's their personal life, and I can't get involved in that. But sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, it would be for me because I could never do my stand-up act if there were kids because I swore and I didn't.
Right, and there's a lot of swearing that goes on in our show and things that most children should not be a part of. But, it's that parent's responsibility, and if they choose to bring them there, and regardless of whether they say, we didn't know what the activity of the show was, why would you bring your child to see an activity that you didn't know what was going to be involved?
Well, that's a great point. Thank you as a responsible parent for making it. Tell us what's the difference between Sable and Reena?
Well, I think that in some ways Reena is a lot like Sable, very confident, self-assured. She knows what she wants out of life and where she's going, but I think in a lot of ways she's different. Reena is very domesticated. She's a mother, she's a wife, she loves to be home, she loves to cook and decorate and clean and do all the things that most people wouldn't think, I'm just the woman next door.
Right.
But Sable is, she's my ultra ego, she allows me to be very daring and sexy, and
that's exactly like me in this talk show because I do all that stuff at home too. I mean, I cook and I do all that stuff, but when I come here, just get in the ring.
You have your personal life and then you have your professional life, and it's so easy to separate the two.
Right.
But both of us are very confident in our lives. But Sable is the very daring, sexy, vampy woman, and she allows me to do and say things that I normally wouldn't. So.
That's cool. That's like my talk show. I got to take a few cues from you because, you're going to beat up one of my staff guys. I'm so psyched.
Oh.
We'll be back in a minute. The WWF Women's Wrestling Champion to show us some moves. Here she is, Sable!
I'm going to show you why all the women want to be me and why all the men come to see me.
Okay, what are you doing with that?
This is my WWF Women's Championship belt. And would you like to hold it?
Congratulations. Yeah, I'll hold it.
Because I got some business to take care of.
Yes, you do. Since there's no way that I'm going to wrestle Sable, I thought I would take this opportunity to torture my staff in a unique way. So I'm bringing out one of the most unique members of my staff, direct from St. Petersburg, Russia, the Killer Bee, Leonid actually a stuntman in Russia in the Evil Kingdom?
Yeah, and here as well.
You're a stuntman here too?
Yeah, on the side, nighttime. Nighttime.
How long have you been in this wonderful country?
7 years.
7 years. Well, we're glad to have you. Are you ready to get your Russian ass kicked by Sable?
Yeah, but I need to say something.
Say it.
Usually, if I see very beautiful...
Would you turn it this way? There's the camera right there.
One thing I should say.
Go.
If I see beautiful women,
Yeah.
I become kind of wild and crazy. So please be ready for everything.
Well, let me just say that you look like you're a little excited now.
All right. Are you ready?
You really want me to wrestle this guy?
Whatever you're going to do to him. Wait a minute. Kick his ass. Sable. There's your belt.
Okay.
Sable, the winner. Sable. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Him to do anything for you again, that's what you do to him.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the tip.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm going to ask you one more question.
Okay.
Now, I saw you're on the cover of Playboy magazine, so you want to do a plug here.
Sure. Actually, it's off sale now, but I would like to thank everyone for making it the fastest selling issue in the history of Playboy and the most selling in the last 15 years.
Wow, Sable, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.